Here is a simple guide on how to use IP Browse at IMG Studios. The first thing you will need is to connect to your own department's nearline. So if you do not have a username and password, go to Client Liaisons to get one. From the desktop screen, click the Start button in the bottom left-hand corner. Type / nearline 01, return. From the new window, find your own production nearline folder. Football League as an example here. On the first occasion, you are asked for a network username and password. Click Remember Credentials for future easy access. Next, you need your own individual IP Browse login. Email engineering with your corporate IT login and your chosen group, basically the program show you work on. You must know the group you wish to be a part of, because it is key to sending your files to different locations. A good selection of group choices is now on screen. Your user will be created and added to the database, and your password for the first time will be IPB. Starting the IP Browse application and logging in, go to the Start button. Select the IP Browse icon or type IP Browse to find the application. Wait for the application to boot up and type in your login. And for finishing touches, go to full screen. Now for the IP Browse proper. IP Browse is fundamentally an IP Director Lite. I'm going to take you through the following sections within IP Browse, and if you've used IP Directors before, this should be fairly simple. First, the tree. It comes in 3 sections: All Clips, Bins, and Logs. The All Clips section does now not show you a breakdown of individual EVSs or nearlines. So clip names are now extremely important. When the All Clips heading is highlighted, this will then search everywhere your user has rights to search. The bin section is just a folder where you can keep clips. Your own user has their own section within IP Director / IP Browse. Click on User Bins to find your relevant user. These bins will tally up with the bin section to your right. The Logs section displays the list of logs just like it did within IPD. The Search Criteria section is self-evident and can be found in the bottom left of IP Browse. Creation date is quite useful, but invariably you will just use the search facility. The one search criteria I would assume would be used a lot would be storage. For example, typing in Spurs will show you the material from their nearline, if you are authorized to see it. Next, we have the database, which is only slightly different to previous versions. At the top of the center box is a search field which will work just as it did on IPD. Use this area to type for the file you are searching for. For instance, wildcards or stars still exist when searching for clips. On IP Browse, you will not see any icons giving you an idea of where your file is, because it does not want you to worry about where the location of the file is. IP Browse assumes everything is available to you, and it's only the network and login restrictions that prevent you from seeing files. Next to the search field are more search icons, which if you hover over them are self-evident. Clearing the Add Search Criteria box will display all your clips from all your resources. Clip details are appropriately displayed. In the top right-hand section of the database, more detailed information on clips and transfers are available. Under Tools or the spanner icon is the ability to change your password. If you click on any clip, it will appear in the monitor. There may be a delay the first time this is loaded, but that's just due to network negotiations. Further clips will appear quicker. Now for the monitor. The selected clip is identified in the top left of the viewer. The current timecode display is in the top right of the viewer. In-points, duration and out-points are displayed at the bottom of the viewer in 3 grey boxes. The scroll bar is directly underneath the viewer. When playing material on the monitor, Mark In puts a point in green on the timeline and Mark Out puts a point in red. The down arrow makes a new clip and the pop-up box appears, allowing you to name and save it. The new clip appears in your bin bottom right. You can also look at live record streams using the EE button on the console. This is very similar to IP Director. Lastly, bins. There is more emphasis on this than in earlier versions. Every user has his or her own bins. You can create a new bin by clicking the plus icon next to the bin identifier. The pop-up box enables you to name and describe the bin's contents. As an example, openers and closers has been created. The Leon 7556 bin is a default bin that can never be deleted. It will be the same as your username. Now look in the tree again and you will find the bins we have just created under user bins, under your relevant name. Just a reminder that everyone can see these bins. A quick note, if you delete a bin, it will delete all of your pre-made clips in that bin, so please be careful. Clips will also disappear if the source material has been deleted. So if we go back to my personal bin, in the bin section, where I have some pre-made clips from earlier. If you right-click on a clip, it displays your options. You can send your clip to Avid Workspaces or even create proxy versions to help you view material if it's struggling to play due to the high-res nature of the file. Spurs TV is an example here. Clicking Auto Sends gives you the option to send clips automatically to the relevant location. If the Auto Send box is selected, it remains blue. Any clip you then create will immediately flag yellow if it's being transferred. Again, you can verify this by looking in the transfer monitoring screen. You may already be familiar with the flags, but yellow means in progress, green means successful, and red means failure. Hopefully that's every area gone through in a simplified manner. Quick run through. How to view an EVS port for a live feed. Right click on the E2E and search through the available EVS ports. The other option is to go to the log and find the match you are interested in. How to make a clip. Once you have found your material, press play, press open bracket to mark in and close bracket to mark out. Then the down arrow. Then save. Shuttle Pros. Shuttle Pros work in exactly the same way as they did with IP Director. They are available in crafts and pods, but if you want to order one for yourself, follow the on-screen instructions. If you have any issues or recommendations, please let us know. Try not to assume someone has already told us the issue. If engineering get a second opinion, that's always a bonus. Hopefully this guide helps for the future, and if I can make any more that help production, again, let me know.